Made in Hollywood.
A producer brings all the elements of a motion picture's production together, including hiring the directors and actors, arranging financing, as well as securing distribution. Christopher Taylor has earned degrees from UCLA, USC, and Brigham Young University Law School. Mr. Taylor began his career in the entertainment industry as a bodyguard and has gone on to serve as an attorney for Columbia Pictures and JDC Entertainment, Inc. John Baldecchi graduated from UCLA with a degree in economics. Mr. Baldecchi began his career as a producer's assistant and has gone on to produce such films as The Mexican and Conan the Barbarian.
Hi, my name is John Baldecchi. I'm a producer of Point Break.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, producer of Point Break.
You are watching Made in Hollywood.
And here's a clip from the Blu-ray DVD.
When you join the FBI, you join the front line between order and chaos. And in today's world,
you know how easy it is to lose perspective.
What was the basic process that you went through in order to get this movie made?
Well, first I negotiated a deal to buy the rights. I then got the rights and then hired a writer to write a screenplay and went through a few iterations of the movie, and John brought Kurt Wimmer to me. Kurt's a fabulous writer, and we all sort of collaborated together on some ideas for the script. Kurt went off and wrote the script, and here we are today.
What kind of people are we dealing with here?
As the producers of Point Break, what exactly were the responsibilities that you had?
In general, what I would say a producer's responsibilities are from the beginning of development through the end of marketing, and as we're here for the DVD release. So it's really trying to maintain sort of consistent management throughout the process from the beginning to the very end. And sometimes it's organizing the financing, sometimes it's the casting, it's working on the script. So it's a little bit of everything across the board. And we try to maintain sort of a consistent perspective from beginning to end.
So why not deploy your chute above the jungle and escape like a normal person?
Because I'm thinking these aren't normal people, sir.
Did you always know that you wanted to be producers?
Well, it's an interesting question because I actually wasn't really looking to work in the entertainment business, and I had some extra time in my senior year, so I started interning at various businesses, and I found myself at a production company that had a production deal at MGM. And after working there for a little bit of time as an intern, the guy who owned the production company turned to me and said, "Hey, will you come work for me?" So he hired me, and then I spent the next year and a half, 2 years, spending a lot of time reading scripts and sort of analyzing scripts, in addition to walking his dog and doing the grocery shopping. And those are the 3 premium duties that I had. I then got a job working for another producer who was at Disney at the time, and then sort of applied what I had learned at the first place, and the scripts that I was working on ended up getting made into movies. And when that happened, he didn't have the bandwidth to go be around on all of the movies, so he said, "You developed that project, why don't you go make it?" And he gave me one bit of advice before I left. He said, "Hey, if you don't like something, just change it." And I found that was interesting because I've actually applied that. As simple as that sounds, that's something that I sort of have carried with me, and I'm not sure he actually understood that that was going to be something that I would think about a lot.
I believe that, like me, the people behind these robberies are extreme athletes, using their skills to disrupt the international financial markets.
What advice would you have for any young aspiring producers then?
Find great material. Always find really great material. I think that's the best thing. I mean, work hard, of course, and work your network and all that stuff that you have to do in Hollywood, but it always comes down to the material. So if you can get a hold of a great piece of IP, then people are going to want it, people are going to want to direct it, people are going to want to act in it, and that's everything.
Identify these individuals and report back to me.
How hard is your job for you guys?
Well, making movies is unbelievably hard. I mean, it is very, very hard, so it's that hard.
I think the hard part is the boxes that need to be checked as you move a script from idea to script into production, and the casting and all the pieces that need to fall into place. That's the holdup there, because it has to pass through the sort of, is the movie relevant? Is the IP meaningful enough? Is the cast good enough? Is the price right enough? All those things, all those boxes that need to be checked. And there are hundreds of obstacles, and basically what we spend our time doing is removing them, one after another. And then one day you find yourself on set making a movie. You're not really quite sure how you got there, but you're shooting it, and you're kind of like, I guess there are no more obstacles. The process is really about removing the obstacles till there's no more obstacles to stop the movie's progress. That's how I tend to think of it. And there are always obstacles, always.
Obstacle remover, that is perfect.
You ever surf anything like this?
I've surfed.
Yeah, but you ever surfed anything like this?
Made in